Welcome to my channel. The lights dimmed for a moment, not because of a power failure, but to mark the silence before the storm. A pause, a breath, and then floodlights blasted back on, a blaze of white brilliance pouring down on the ring, the arena glowing like the heart of a star. In that light stood Naoya Inoue, fists resting calmly against his chest, eyes forward. No smile, no nerves, only fire. From somewhere high in the crowd, a voice rang out. A key, shouted over and over. Fans joined in, a chant building in rhythm, in urgency. It spread through sections like sparks catching fire. A key, vamos. They were not just cheering for a fighter. They were part of the ritual, of the war. The monster approached the center of the ring, each step measured like a countdown. Donaire, standing proud despite the damage absorbed, nodded once in respect. There was no animosity, just destiny. Between rounds, the air in the arena vibrated with languages, names, nations. Nair 6? Nair 6? A call in a tongue most didn't understand, but felt anyway. It didn't matter what the words meant. It was how they were said. Full of tension, full of hope. Round 7 began with a kind of stillness. Not a lack of action, far from it, but a sharpened awareness. Inoue's timing now bordered on supernatural. He feinted, he drew, he baited, he struck. Each punch seemed designed by a craftsman. Donaire fired back with pride, never just surviving, always looking to shift the momentum. But the momentum belonged to the storm now, and the storm had a name. Oh my God, goosebumps. Inoue slipped inside a looping left and responded with short, explosive right that staggered Donaire again. The crowd lost control. Flags whipped in the air. A ripple of noise surged across the arena like a wave. Fans rose to their feet, roaring not just for the strike, but for the spirit in both men. What they were witnessing was bigger than technique. It was primal, spiritual. Two men pushing against their own limits. Together, in opposition. The bell rang. Another pause. Fighters returned to their corners, eyes locked even as the trainers worked. Swelling treated. Water passed. But their minds never broke contact. They were still inside the same current, drifting toward the inevitable end of this battle together. Back in the ring, round 8. Inoue now hunted without mercy. His footwork remained elegant, almost casual, but there was nothing casual about the damage he inflicted. Donaire adjusted, slipping and weaving. Still dangerous, still looking for the counter that might change everything. But the tide had risen too high. Inoue snapped a left hook to the body, then a straight down the middle. Donaire stumbled, caught himself, and grinned, a defiant smile that said, "I'm still here." The arena erupted with respect. That smile spoke louder than any word. Ayo, 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 came the roar. Time slowed. Each second dragged in thick tension. Inoue closed in with surgical brutality. Jab, jab, right cross. The precision was terrifying. He was no longer just a monster. He was myth in motion, a living monument to speed, power, and will. Then came round 9, the round that felt final even before it began. The bell rang and Inoue surged forward, throwing combinations with a rhythm that was more music than violence. Donaire tried to answer, but his legs were heavy, his guard not as sharp. Another right hand landed. Then another. Donaire's knees dipped. A gasp from the crowd. Down. The referee counted. Time seemed suspended in those seconds. Donaire's chest rose and fell as he listened to the count. He didn't argue. He didn't panic. He simply stood, barely, blood streaking his cheek, but chin high. That's what legends do. They rise, even when the body says no. I got you. I got you. I got you. Inoue moved in to finish. The crowd didn't sit. They leaned forward as one. The next exchange felt like a movie frame by frame. Inoue's right hand cocked. Donaire's guard up but faltering. The snap of the punch cut in the air, landing flush on the temple. Down again. And this time it was done. The referee waved it off. No arguments. Just truth. A sea of camera flashes exploded. Inoue turned his corner and raised his gloves. The Japanese crowd erupted, but there was no arrogance in his celebration. He didn't run to the ropes. He didn't scream. He stood still in the center of it all, surrounded by chaos and sound, breathing it in. Naoya Inoue undefeated, still champion, now undeniable. Donaire was helped to his feet, not broken, but transformed. The applause that met him was louder than any moment before. It wasn't about winning or losing anymore. It was about surviving. It was about showing the world that courage still lives in men like him. Music swelled, the national anthems faded in and out, and the ring filled with voices. Interviewers, translators, cameramen, family, trainers. But even as the words were spoken, the crowd still chanted, Nielsen, Vamos, Kerry, Ayo, Ayo, Ayo. Because when a fight becomes something more than violence, when it becomes art, war, spirit, and pride, then the crowd doesn't forget. It sings. And even long after the gloves are cut away, the swelling fades, and the arena empties into the cold Tokyo night, that song continues. In bars, in homes, online, in memory. It was not just a fight. It was a masterpiece written in fists, etched in sweat, and remembered in the voices of thousands. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more update.